Jimmy and I really started here. He was in the district for a short time, but more in a part-time position. You know, I've known him for quite a long time, and just from the moment I met him, just a real genuine guy. You know, Jimmy was Jimmy. I talk to my kids, you know, they're teaching to talk about the 3 R's, but in life, I believe there are 3 B's. Be kind, be humble, and be positive. And Jimmy was every one of those. He was just a great guy to be around. You know, if you're a little bit down, he'd find a way to lift you up. We just had just a great relationship. And, you know, that's something I'm always going to treasure, you know, knowing Jimmy.
One of my favorite memories of Jimmy is the last few 8th grade trips that he attended. He showed up in full tourist outfit, and it just cracked me up because at that point I was running the trips, and it was just that extra lightheartedness that brought some levity to the trip, and the kids really appreciated it. And you know, he was decked out in full plaid, you know, Hawaiian shirt, hat with the, you know, the sunglasses and everything, and flipped up, fanny pack. I mean, total embarrassment, but he didn't care. He did it all for the kids and for their entertainment, and I really loved that about him.
Well, I worked with Jim for 10 years. The best thing about Jim was his sense of humor, that it was outrageous. You never knew what he was going to say. But whatever he did say was usually funny, to the point where you would be laughing hysterically on the ground, or it would just fall flat and nobody would know what to say. And you would get that awkward silence that no one knew how to react at that point.
Since I am the veteran of the building, I've known Jimmy all the years that he taught here. We had a very close personal relationship. Jimmy was hilarious. Jimmy, although he never taught phys ed, always looked like he was teaching phys ed. And one year, Mike Tremblay and all the guys came dressed up as Jimmy for Halloween. And they all wore windsuits and had clipboards and whistles, and it was really absolutely hilarious. And Jimmy at first didn't get it, and then he looked at me and I was like, "Oh, there you, Jim." It was really very funny. We used to really have just a great time with Jimmy.
Coach Taranto was my freshman football coach. Getting to know him as a professional was a lot different. So I just really miss just being able to come to work and ask him serious head coaching questions, just because he had so much experience and been doing it for so long. And me being young, I just really looked up to him and always picked his brain, and he always gave really good advice, and he was real supportive of me, and I really miss that about him.
I taught with Jimmy about 4.5 years. And I remember sports night, my first year I was there, sports night, he was in the same outfit, standing on top of the volleyball thing, refereeing a game, but so, like, I don't want to say dramatically, because I wouldn't call Jimmy dramatic in any way, but so enthusiastically, and just, you know, also for the kids, like what you were saying. And I was playing in one of the games, and I just remember feeling like I want to be like that fun, you know, throughout my whole career for the kids, you know.
I taught with Jim for 17 years. He just had a great way of having a different relationship with everyone to make them feel special and make them just feel comfortable wherever they were. Jimmy would always love to get the guys together. And so one year he decided on the last day he was going to get a full faculty, male faculty, and we'll get to that point later, stickball game. Got off to a great start, and probably about halfway through the game, our principal at the time, Brian Miller, didn't know where we were, and the game kind of extended past our lunchtime that was designated for that day. And Mr. Miller came out and told us in a firm voice to get back inside.
I met Jimmy when I came up here from George Washington School in 2010. He quickly took me under his wing. He brought great morale to our department. I miss him every morning saying, "Hey, Mayor, why are you wearing that?" I mean, he's the only one that always called me Mayor, and he's always been genuine besides teaching and engaging our students. He was a great role model for me, bringing up kids. He's truly missed.